It will be an important fall for Brooklyn Center Community Schools. The district is asking voters to increase its operating levy at the ballot box this November. Kevin Miller has the latest on the district's financial needs.
The day-to-day operations of Brooklyn Center Community Schools look like any other district from the outside, but according to Superintendent Carly Baker, students look to the district for much more than education.
We have so many kids who spend their days outside of the bell-to-bell school day with us. We have students that often will eat 3 meals with us, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack.
The district provides basic health services, and moving ahead, they'd like to offer even more help with mental health.
Our young people oftentimes are experiencing things outside of the school day and the school hours in the community and in their homes that can lead to trauma.
The goal is to meet students' basic needs.
If we're able to meet those needs, that it ultimately makes learning more accessible for our young people.
But the district can't provide those services without funding. Property taxes fund both teaching programs and health programs. This November, the district is asking voters to approve a property tax increase of about $15 per month to help cover the costs of teaching and their extra programs.
The referendum dollars would help us to maintain a smaller class size, student to teacher ratio, and it would also allow us to be able to recruit and retain the highest quality teachers.
Baker said she understands that families are struggling.
We don't make this request lightly, and we make it with the utmost respect.
But if the ballot question fails,
we would have to engage in some cuts. So that could look like different programming, as well as it could lead to some increased class sizes.
Heading into the election season, Baker is feeling hopeful that voters will support the district.
I believe wholeheartedly in the heart that our community members have, and we have plenty of households in our community that quote-unquote bleed purple.
In Brooklyn Center, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
Brooklyn Park Police are investigating an armed robbery that police say took place at an apartment complex. Officers responded around 7:30 in the evening Thursday to the Kensington Place apartments. Police say the victim was called to the complex for an automotive service call. When the victim arrived, 3 men held the worker up at gunpoint, stealing a cell phone, wallet, and tools. Police did a canine search to try and find the robbers. No arrests were made as of Friday, though the victim's cell phone was found a block away. Police are also looking for a suspect who fired shots at another vehicle. The shooting happened just after 3 in the afternoon Thursday around 63rd and West Broadway. Police say someone in one vehicle fired at another and fled the scene. Police say the shooting stemmed from a dispute over an unpaid debt. No one was injured during the incident, and as of Friday, no arrests have been made. There's good news on the weather front. While some may be tired of all the rain, the wet weather this fall put a dent in the recent drought. Thanks to this week's rain, we're now above normal precipitation for the year, as measured by a National Weather Service observer in New Hope. Normal precipitation is about 30 inches. With the recent wet weather, we're now an inch above that. The past 3 years, however, have been especially dry. This summer was also about 9 inches below normal rainfall. And while this month's rainfall has helped considerably, the ground could still use more rain. Since 2020, we've been in a moisture deficit of about 24 inches of precipitation. What's in the Minnesota state flag? Turns out, a lot of things. A Minnesota artist is exploring those themes in his exhibit at North Hennepin Community College. I explain how he's deconstructing the flag.
This is the first time that I really pay attention to the flag.
Art is subjective.
It's until you start paying attention that you go, okay, so everything has meaning here.
Yet it's also symbolic.
You know that they were here first, and this is almost, secondary.
In Minnesota, one piece of art has hung untouched for years.
It doesn't represent where we are right now.
The state flag.
Not just from demographics, but just in general, the state of mind of the community.
The Minnesota state flag has been the topic of conversation for years, and now it's being redesigned.
So really, our flag doesn't stand out at all.
Luis Fitch is taking the helm.
We don't know what the story is, but it doesn't have to take too much to understand that the Native American is not touching the land that white person has.
At his exhibit at North Hennepin.
In the next one, we've removed everything that is European, right?
Fitch is taking the flag apart.
I don't know exactly what's bothering the community, but what happens if we start with the flag the way it is and pay attention first?
Step 1, removing weapons.
It makes it less violent.
Then taking out people.
And you really have what probably Native Americans first encountered when they first moved here. The sunset, the river, and the land.
Piece by piece, it comes down to what looks like a blank slate.
You remove the color blue because even the color has meaning. And finally you have a white flag.
Fitch hopes his exhibit provokes questions.
I don't think I realized how bad it was, how extremely colonizer focused it was until we even started doing this project.
It's also become an opportunity to create a new story.
All I'm doing is removing things.
And a symbol for years to come. That exhibit runs through December 18th in the Art Gallery at North Hennepin. Fitch's exhibit is separate from his role in selecting the new flag, so if you have a design idea, you can submit one by October 30th. Well, this year, the city of Plymouth really stepped to it. The city earned bragging rights as the most active community in Hennepin County's Step To It Challenge. 26 communities participated in the challenge during the month of May. Plymouth received its award this week after residents recorded more than 73 million steps. The next closest community was Brooklyn Park at just under 53 million. It's an award that the Plymouth mayor feels is an important one.
This, to me, is one of the reasons why we did the community center, because we have an indoor walking track, we have all sorts of facilities that people can use to stay healthy, try and stay healthy longer and stay active as they age.
The Step To It Challenge is sponsored by the Minnesota Twins, with the top steppers receiving Twins tickets.
Maple Grove and Osseo boys soccer both got shutout wins in the Section 5-3A quarterfinals. The Crimson winning over Irondale and Osseo beating Roseville. That set up a crosstown matchup between Osseo and Maple Grove in the 5-3A semifinals. Chaz Moots has the highlights.
Just 8 days ago, the Crimson beat the Orioles 3-0 to close out the regular season. Heavy rain all night made playing conditions difficult and scoring chances far and few between. Devin Callahan tried to poke one through, but Callan McElveen denies the shot attempt. Still in the first half, Max Johnson off the left corner of the post. Crimson gathered back. Karn Anson turned and shot. Stopped again by McElveen. No score in the first half. After intermission, the rain really started to come down. Not much offense took place, but in the 64th minute, Frank Miller with a free kick. Frank Miller with the game winner. The junior goes to the right side of the net. Maple Grove advances to the section championship on Tuesday with a 1-0 win. The Crimson girls soccer team also got a win earlier in the night, 2-1 over Champlin Park. They'll play for a section championship at Spring Lake Park next Tuesday at 7 p.m. In Maple Grove, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
The Park Center and Champlin Park boys soccer teams were the number 2 and 3 seeds in Section 5-3A as the Brooklyn Park rivals met in the tournament semifinals Thursday night.
A rainy night in Brooklyn Park for the second meeting of the season between the Rebels and the Pirates. Champlin Park's Carter Havelak puts the ball out front of the Park Center net where Lester Arthur redirects it in for a goal. And the Rebels take a 1-0 lead. Less than 3 minutes later, it's Havelak from 24 yards out finding the top right corner of the net. Rebels are up 2-0. Champlin Park keeps coming. Chase Poston with a corner kick. A scramble out front of the Park Center net before Havelak shoots and scores again. It's cause for a celebration dance. These teams played to a 0-0 draw in the regular season, but that goal makes it 3-0 Rebels. Then it's Kafima Sano with a ball that deflects off a defender right to Havelak, who nets his third goal of the half. Champlin Park scores 4 times in the first 18 minutes of the match. The Rebels win 5-1 and play at top-seeded Maple Grove Tuesday for the section title.
The Maple Grove football team was riding a 4-game winning streak into their Metro North District game at St. Michael Albertville. The Knights played a tough game in the rain against the Crimson.
The Knights looking to win their 4th game of the season, hosting the Crimson on senior night. First play from scrimmage of the game. Maple Grove's Caden Harney rolls out, throws on the run to Dylan Volkel, goes for 33 yards and gets Maple Grove into STMA territory. Next play, a direct snap to Volkel. He hands off to Chuck Lungama, and the junior running back, already over 1,300 yards rushing on the season, goes for 25 here, and it's a first down inside the Knights' 20. A few plays later, Lungama takes it into the end zone from 6 yards out. It's 6-0 Crimson, just 2:08 into the game. But it'll be tough for Maple Grove much of the rest of the night. STMA puts together an 89-yard, 8.5-minute drive in the second quarter, capped with this 1-yard quarterback sneak from Drew Bartle. The Knights also missed their extra point, and the game is tied 6-6 at halftime. Third quarter, Harney rolls out, and this time targets his tight end, Nathan Ramontka, with a great grab in the end zone. A 19-yard touchdown for Maple Grove. They kick the extra point and lead 13-6. First play of the fourth quarter. Madden Graybo runs it in from 3 yards out for STMA. The Knights go for 2 and convert, and they lead the Crimson 14-13. Same score, final minute of play, last chance for the Crimson, but Harney's pass to Ramontka is incomplete thanks to the hit delivered by the Knights' Noah Miller. And STMA pulls off the upset. They knock off second-ranked Maple Grove 14-13. In St. Michael, John Jacobson, CCX Sports. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.